Hello, and welcome to the Small Business Tax Savings Podcast, powered by JETRO and Associates. Get ready for another action-packed episode from our team that will help you save time, taxes, and keep more money in your pocket.
Hello and welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to another episode. I am your host, Mike Jesowshek, and I'm a CPA and founder over at JETRO, which is a digital accounting firm servicing small business owners across the country, helping them with accounting, bookkeeping, taxes, and payroll. Now, before I get started, if you enjoy our weekly episodes, I just ask that you please leave a review on whatever platform that you listen to us on and share with other business owners. And if there is a topic that you want us to touch on, shoot me an email so that we can put that on our schedule. All right. Now, in today's episode, I want to touch on something I see quite often when new clients come to our firm: commingling personal and business expenses. Now, I understand that sometimes it can be tough, and of course, more work to make sure business and personal items are separated, but it is an absolutely imperative that you separate them for your business. Commingling can be sloppy and cause a lot of confusion and possible misreporting down the road. There might be times where you forget if it was personal or business, and you might take a business expense that was actually personal. Or you might miss a business expense because you accidentally thought it was personal. This can be a major mistake, and they can add up quickly. Another reason you can get in trouble is in the event of an IRS audit. Now, I know we don't like to think about IRS audits, but sometimes they happen. And if the IRS comes asking for statements to confirm your expenses and bank balances, and you send them a statement that is commingled, they're going to dig much deeper into it and make you prove every single business expense and how it is related to the business. Now, not only would this be extremely time consuming in the event that happens, but you would more than likely end up being disallowed much more expenses. So their IRS, when they start digging deeper, there's more than likely that they are going to pull away a bunch of your expenses and say this is not going to be allowed because it's too close to being personal. And it's simply for the one reason is that it's hard to distinguish the difference between personal and business because they're all sitting in one account. So if you are currently commingling, make it a point to stop now. Open a separate bank account for your business and only run business items through it. Open up a separate credit card for your business activity and only run business items through that credit card. Now, a lot of people say, well, Mike, I can't get a credit card with the limit that I need on it for my business under my business's name. So if you're unable to get a credit card for your business at the limit you need, open up a new credit card under your personal name and just make sure that that card is specifically related to business with no personal expenses going on it. So even though it's under your personal name, it's still going to be 100% business activity that's on that credit card. That is the workaround if you can't get the credit limit that you need under your business card. Simply put, it's just not worth the risk to mess this up when it can be so simple to avoid. You don't want to get stuck in a nasty IRS audit, spending time trying to prove yourselves. And you also don't want to lose legitimate business expenses just because of confusion. Whether you're losing business expenses because you don't remember if it's business or personal, or you're losing business expenses because the IRS is saying this is too closely related to personal because everything's together, we're not going to allow it. We make it a rule when bringing in a new client that this commingling stops immediately. So we implement that right away, that commingling is stopped. So again, just want to reiterate this and just really pound it home. Commingling is bad news. You want to ensure that you stop commingling, stop having accounts that have both business and personal running through them, and make sure that your business is separated. Now, one other thing to consider is that some people say, well, what if an expense is both business and personal? And there's really two options. One, you can run it on your personal side and then reimburse yourself for that expense. Or two, you can run it under the business side and put the personal portion as an owner's draw or owner's distribution or a dividend. Now, we tend to like the idea of run it on your personal and then reimburse yourself and take that business expense. But those are two kind of options. So keep that in mind, that even if you do have an expense that is both business and personal, it doesn't mean you can't get the business deduction for it. Just build it into a reimbursement instead. Now, that's all we have for today's episode. I want to thank you for tuning in. And again, please leave a review on whatever platform you listen to us on, and we will see you next week. Now, one last thing before I go. Don't forget to check out our podcast website at www.taxsavingspodcast.com. That's taxsavingspodcast.com. This is a great resource to go and check out our most recent episodes, as well as find extra items if you want to take what we discuss here and dive deeper. Again, also join our Facebook group where we share tons of value, and you have the opportunity to bring situations you are faced with to the table, and we'll help you out in that Facebook group, and other business owners will support you as well. You can join by simply searching in Facebook for the Small Business Tax Secrets group. Again, it's a Facebook group called Small Business Tax Secrets, and there should be a group that pops up that you can join.
This has been another episode of the Small Business Tax Savings Podcast from the team at JETRO and Associates. If you have any questions, feel free to email them. tax@jetrotax.com. We have packages for small business owners starting at just $75 a month. If you enjoyed our podcast, please take the time out to give us a 5-star review in iTunes or wherever you listen. This helps us to bring you useful tips to help you grow your small business. Thanks for listening and have a great day.